Hi Cancers, welcome to your November 2018 monthly readings. So I already pulled the cards out because I'm time restricted here. I'm very much on the go. I apologize for getting them out late. I thought I was ahead of it, and just life happened, you guys. Like, things are so chaotic right now with, school, home. I had family that came out unexpectedly. My brother's birthday's coming up, my sister's boyfriend's birthday. So, I mean, it's just like I got to get certified for work. So I got that homework I got to do. And then I have homework that I have to do for my own courses. It's just like, I don't know how people do these things. Like constantly, like weekly and things like that. I just got way too much going on. Maybe in a couple of years I'll be at that point, but I have to be out there in the world doing things where. All right, you guys. So for you guys, we have, I should probably show the cards. The Death card. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Star card. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the King of Cups. And we have the Two of Wands. It says possibility on it. So the Death card starts the reading off because there's something that you need to release. Okay? There's some tendencies either around you or you yourself that are negative and that are harming you, and you're not seeing them. And they're emotional, and they're going to prohibit either you or this person from moving forward somehow. And it has to do with conflict. It's a transformation process that it hasn't taken place yet, and it maybe you guys are fighting it. And so what's going to happen is the universe is going to come in, and they're going to cause some sort of I was going to say chaotic event, but something, it's not necessarily that. That like they're going to cause something where you're going to be forced or placed in an uncomfortable position in order to recognize what it is. You got to let go in some manner of, like, it could be something that happened to you that you haven't let go of, okay? Or an old way of doing things. So it could be like how you handle conflict is very aggressive or passive aggressive, or it's like you hold on to the emotions and you don't talk about it, you don't deal with it, the silent treatment type behavior. And that kind of needs to change. There needs to be a calm, cool, collective manner how you express yourselves. So if you constantly, if you're aggressive, you need to be the opposite of that. That's what it's saying. If you're the opposite of that, then you need to be a little more assertive and aggressive. Okay, like you're gonna have to, whatever end of the spectrum you're on, you're gonna have to do it differently, is what I'm getting. Like when it comes to, I feel like you're going to be given an opportunity, financial wise. So to make money and things like that, I don't feel like it's an issue for you. All right. But there could be an opportunity given to you to make more finances. With the Star card, that's like hope. Okay. My area of concern for you guys, okay? The Death card doesn't really concern me. I mean, what concerns me is the Ten of Swords. It says ruin on it. And it's like going back to the beginning of what was written, like what I seen in the Death card. Because it's almost like you're going to create your own problem without seeing it. So it's how can I put it? it's almost like if you're trying to cheat, you'll get caught. That type of energy. Or it's like if you're trying to control a situation, you're going to get the complete opposite outcome of that situation. Okay, so it's like with the ruin, you want to be very careful that you're not using manipulation or underhanded tactics to get what you want, because that is going to backfire. Okay, that needs to change. So if it's like you might need to call somebody on this. Maybe that they do this, and you have to break with the death card. You have to break that pattern. So it's like if you have a partner and they emotionally manipulate you, like when you bring things up and you're trying to talk about things, and then they make you feel bad about it because they're emotionally manipulating you. So they kind of turn it around on you. You need to put your foot down and put a stop to that and say, like, listen, enough is enough. We need solutions, not problems. Okay, like, I know that sounds weird, but like the Ten of Swords is connected with the Death card. It's like if you let your finances get out of hand, if you spend more than you have, it's addictions. Like that's what causes the Ten of Swords. Okay, when you overspend, it creates ruin, right? Like then when you need the money, it's not there. Okay, if you're overly aggressive, problems occur constantly. Okay, so you want to do the opposite of that. You want to nurture people. All right, like with the King of Cups, he's very nurturing. Okay, you want to use encouragement. But like with the Ten of Swords, I feel like that's like a. I know that it can be a betrayal, all right, but I'm seeing this betrayal come from yourself. Like you're going to sabotage in some manner, and that's what I'm very concerned about. It's like you're going to sabotage by keeping it in, or the opposite of that. It's like you've let something get to the point where it's just going to be an explosion. And it's telling you not to give up, but there are some patterns of behavior that need to be broken, like in order for healing to occur. And it's like uncomfortable things are going to have to happen. You can't use avoidance, okay? Because if you're trying to avoid a situation, it's still going to play out. Like the universe is going to force it on you, all right? So don't use avoidance. I'm trying to tune into it. I'm basically getting you need to take the blindfold off, okay? And like maybe your reading is not as positive, or to you it might not seem positive, but this is like, and I have a Sag Mercury, so I'm extraordinarily blunt, whether I want to be or not. I do try to say things in a polite manner, but like I'm going to be honest with you, your reading is about self-sabotage. Some patterns of behavior that aren't being noticed that are going to cause the problems. It's going to cause a separation. It's going to cause harm. It's going to cause hurt to yourself. It's like in your reading, it's like you can no longer wait on people, point the finger, or you got to take responsibility for yourself. All right. It's like if you're looking for a relationship and you're like, I can't find what I'm looking for, you may have unrealistic expectations. Like you think like relationships are supposed to be all happy and go lucky. They're not. You're going to run into problems. You're going to have arguments. There's going to be times where the passion is lacking. There's going to be times where you don't want to speak to the person, but then that all heals. All right. Those aren't just issues with the other person. Those are issues coming to the forefront that you need, patterns of behavior you need to recognize in yourself, because you created some of that too. All right. Like, why do you feel lackluster? Okay. Like, you got to give people opportunities to fix things. You do have a separation here. You could be separated from somebody you really care about. I mean, I hope this didn't come off harsh, you guys. I've even said I don't know if I should be doing readings around this time, just because of some of the planetary alignments we have are in my natural natal chart. So it would make me a lot more blunt. Try to handle things with nurturing hands. Um, when somebody's getting angry, you need to understand that they're not properly expressing themselves. Your romance with the King of Cups, you just have to be loving and nurturing and express yourself, like saying I love you, saying I care, giving hugs, giving kisses, that type of thing with your family members, your children, your loved ones, your mom and dad. With your friends, it kind of seems like there's a bit of an ego battle happening, and it could be because you're very loving and nurturing. Okay? You have success coming your way. Like, so I know it sounded negative in the beginning, but you do have success coming your way. You just have these issues that you got to work through and recognize in order for that to occur. So it's kind of like some humbling is going to happen. You know, like life or the universe could give you humble pie in a specific area, so you recognize things. We've all been there, all right? Anybody who says they haven't, they're lying, okay? We all need humble pie every now and then. Some need a slice and some need a whole pie, all right? And it looks like right now the universe is just going to give you a slice, and if you can't, it's either you or somebody around you. I could be wrong, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie. Like, this could be vice versa. But like in my readings, I try to generally focus on you to help you improve and heal and move forward. Okay. There is a walking away that needs to happen in order for the transformation to take place. Okay. And what you need to walk away from is this conflict, and it's a page. And a page is very naive, very childish, very harsh in words and communication, and quick to anger. It's a quick fuse. Okay. That needs to be walked away from, because you have the Star card here with hope. Okay. And if it's not, if you think things can't change, okay, well, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Okay, so if you've tried a tactic to move forward and it's not benefiting you, or it's not creating change, then you need to change the way you're approaching things. Try a different method. If you don't, then ruin will happen. Okay, so that could be in any area, though. It could be in finances, it can be in communication, it can be in partnerships, and partnerships come in many ways too, right? They come with parents, they come with partners, they come with children, they come with coworkers, they come with friends, okay, acquaintances. So there's a manner that you're trying to approach things in that's not going to work for you, that you've been trying and you know that it's not working for you, so you need to change your approach, and your approach needs to be softer and kinder. Okay, it's kind of like you need to flow. Whatever happens, happens. Okay, and if you try to force things to happen, you're going to get the opposite result of that. Okay, with the Two of Wands, it's possibilities. You have two ways to do things here. Which way are you going to do? Like, you kind of just have to accept things as they come. You can't force things to play out a specific way, or force a person to feel a certain way, or to see you in the same manner as you. Okay? We all have a set of eyes, and when we all look out the window, we're all seeing things, a different scenery, a different view. All right, and that's how people are. We don't all see things. Some of us have similar views. Your neighbor beside you is going to have a similar view to you, but you're going to also be able to see things that they can't see because you're in a different position than they are, right? We all see things in that kind of manner. Not all. Some of us can see things similar, but some of us see things in a complete opposite way. They get a completely different view than you do, all right? Where I feel like in career, if manipulation is used or tactics are used, it's going to backfire on whoever, and it's going to create more problems than it is goodness. I don't know why I say goodness, but it's not going to create any goodness. Like, I'm getting the Seven of Swords energy, and that is tactics, manipulation. That is like controlling tactics. Like it's the, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the person, it's premeditated. So it's a person who's aware what they're doing, how they're going to do it, and they've thought about how they're going to achieve it. Okay, so it's premeditated, it's thought out. Okay, that's gonna backfire. Don't do anything like that. Whoever's doing that to you, gonna backfire on them. Okay, you kill them with kindness is what you do. Let the universe take care of it. All right, let's pull. I'm just gonna pull 2 extra cards. You have beautiful energies coming once the healing occurs. Okay, once you get yourself in check and under control. If it's another person, then you may have to give yourself space from that other person. Okay. Yeah, see, we have control here. So we talked about that. Okay, if you're trying to control an outcome, you're not going to get it, but you do have to control, because you can't control the way others are, or how people perceive things, how people handle things. What you can control is the way you handle it. Okay. So it's kind of like, you know, with your partner. If your partner leaves the toilet seat up all the time and you're always like getting upset that, oh my God, can't you leave the toilet seat down? See things, try to, how can I put this? First of all, at least you're, okay, you got to see it a little differently because your partner is lifting up the toilet seat. So there is consideration there. Although all the women are like, you have no consideration. They're lifting the toilet seat. So, I mean, that's a good thing, right? Secondly, you need to control the way you handle that, because obviously if that argument's been occurring for like 3 years, you can't change the situation or how that person's behaving. What you can change, and what you do have control over, because you have no control over that, okay, and you can't change it, but what you do have the ability to change and control is the way you're reacting to it. That's the only thing you have control over. Are you going to get upset, or are you going to let it just go? Just put the toilet seat down. Just close it. You know what I mean? Where that's all you have control over. Does that make sense? It's just an example, okay? It's clarity. It's using your mental clarity, okay? But with you guys, you have the King of Cups and you have the King of Swords. So that means that you have to use both your heart and your mind. Do not make a decision based on just one or the other. Some people will say just use your mind, okay? Take your heart out of the situation. That's going to end up creating problems. And then other people say just use your heart in the situation. Follow your heart. Don't use your mind. Don't let it block you, right? Because your mind can create fear and block you from situations. That's also going to create chaos, okay? What you do need to do is apply both of them and use your logic and your heart, okay? Like body, mind, soul, and spirit. You got to connect all of them in order to flow equally. Use your heart and your mind to make a decision, okay? And then you have the King of Wands. You do have to take action. You do have to make the decisions. You do have to move forward. Some of you could have a choice over a King of Cups or in a King of Wands. Okay, like use your heart and your mind. So that means you're not basing it on appearance. You're basing it on how does the person make you feel? Can you have a conversation with them? Do you feel comfortable with them? Do you feel like you can be yourself, natural self with them? You know, or are you picking a person that you're trying to pretend to be somebody you're not with? You're trying to be more than what you actually are. There's nothing wrong. Like, I'm not saying that that's like, that didn't come out right at all. It's like, you know, you can't be who you truly are around the person. You need to be with somebody that makes you feel good, so you're comfortable. You can be completely who you are. Say those ridiculous jokes, say those ridiculous things, and the person's not going to hold it against you. But if you're going after people that you're always concerned about, I got to watch how I speak to them, or I got to come across smart or elegant, or I got to be cooler, okay? Those aren't your people. You need to go with the people that help you by allowing you to be you. Those are the people you want in your life. Okay? Hopefully this reading made sense, you guys. It is a bit shorter. I got an online course that I got to do at 11 o'clock, and it's now 10:50. So, because the teacher is going to be online. So, hopefully this reading helped you out. I do apologize if it came off blunt, but it is what it is. And I do want you guys, like, I'm not going to beat around the bush, right? Like, I want you guys to improve and move forward. And that's what I got. I don't have control over what I get. Okay, you guys. It does look like a good month for you guys. You do have positivity coming your way. Okay, as long as you handle the situations correctly. Okay, so it's not all negative. It's just that's what came up, and that's what needs to be noticed in order for things to flow and go smoothly. Okay, without any bumps or you getting any bruises or having to cry or anything like that, or getting surprised. Okay. All right, you guys. Namaste, and I will talk to you next month. Ciao for now.